Hello, hello, hello. I Miss Tell It Like It Is, and I hope everybody is going to have a great 2021. We're in a new year. Thank God we've made it here. Today's topic is going to be on how to diffuse the bomb in a negative person. Okay, we all know negative people, whether it's family members, a co-worker, a, a partner, or someone we love, a business partner. Um, we all know someone who's negative. And on a daily basis, a lot of us meet negative people that we don't even know. We could be in a public place and just see a person act up, and we just know right away, oh, that's a very negative person. With those people that we don't know, they're insignificant to us. So, we can shake their negativity off. We can usually like, okay, I see them and I don't see them, hi and bye. But what about those people that we do know and we have close relationships with, especially with those people that we love? And let's be honest, we are not always ready to walk away from negative people because we love them. But dealing with them is not easy. And at times it could be very, very difficult. So I'm going to talk about what I do. I can't tell you that this will work for you, but it works for me. For those negative people that I'm close to and I choose not to enter a relationship with them, I set up emotional boundaries. Okay. And I tell myself, okay, I know how this person is. So when I hear something negative, I'm not going to allow this person to upset me because I already know they're negative. I mean, when you already know a person is negative, after a while you learn their way of thinking, and you kind of know, the things that they say on a regular basis. So when you know a person is negative, you're expecting it. Really, to be honest, you're expecting it because you know that's just them. So I set up emotional boundaries, and I love them, but I don't love them too close. And what I mean is, I don't put them in my bosom so close to when they can say something to me that's hurtful, it could destroy me. It's almost like you love someone, but you love them from this distance. You don't put them totally here. So, yes, I put up my guards. I'm not going to lie. I put up my guards. And I never say that this person can't do this to me or this person can't do that. I always am aware that negative people are capable of really, hurting you. But you cannot allow them to hurt you because you always have to guard yourself, guard your heart, guard your emotions. Another thing that works for me is when I know that that negative person is trying to get a negative reaction, I don't give it to them. Now, I know sometimes this is easier said than done because sometimes, especially with negative people, they know how to push your buttons. They know how to, and before you know it, you be like, what? did you say to me? Huh? What did you say to me? You better rephrase yourself, because I'm not the one. That's nice, okay? Because sometimes negative people can have you just acting a sheer fool. I mean, just really, I'm talking about raising some sheer hell, okay? But so I tell myself, okay, I'm not going to give this person that negative reaction that they're looking for, because I realize that they feed off of that negative energy. They feed off of it. So I'm not going to give them what they're looking for. Thirdly, I listen, but then sometimes I tune them out. I mean, sometimes, negative person, they be talking, I'm like, okay. Oh, I hear you. And on the inside, I'm like, oh, isn't it a beautiful day? Whew. Lord, I can't wait to go take that bubble bath. They could just be talking and talk. But I just be like, I hear them, but I don't hear them, okay? And some of them know it, and they get real mad. Like, you're not listening to me. And I be like, of course I am. I hear everything you say. And I do. And I don't. It's like I can hear the sound, but then I tune them out. And it's true. Because sometimes with negative people, you really do have to tune them out, unless it gets so bad they're trying to hurt you, then hey, that's a whole nother story. But the people that I know, they're not at that point, trying to bodily harm me in any kind of way. It's just the emotions. They come after the emotions to attack you. Fourthly, I come up with something like, you know what? I find what you're saying quite interesting. And I don't agree with it all, but you know what? Those are your feelings, so I respect your feelings. But unfortunately, I have something to do. So I get ghost. I'm like, I gotta go. Look, I'm running late. I gotta go. So, that's what I do. I'm like, I gotta go. And a lot of times, negative people, especially when they're angry, they get mad. They're like, no, you're not going nowhere. I want you to hear what I'm saying. You're gonna listen. And I'm like, look, no offense. I'm so sorry. But, I do have an appointment. I know that sounds bad. But I'm like, I'll make up something like I gotta go. And fifthly, sometimes I'll just act like I understand them just to shut them up. And I do sometimes. I be like, okay, you know what? I feel you. Okay, it's calm down. It's all right. It's okay, really. I understand, but it's not like that, okay? But it's gonna get better, really. It is. And if it's a real angry person, they'll be like, "Don't patronize me. You just want me to shut up." And I'm like, no, I don't. Like, I understand you. Some people may say that's a deceitful approach, but no, when you're dealing with negative, angry people, that's using wisdom. Because sometimes you have to pretend like you understand where they're coming from, even though you don't, because usually negative, angry people are all over the place mentally, and A lot of times they're not making any sense. I mean, they don't. But at the same time, you can't tell them they're not making any sense because that would just make it worse. You have to actually act like, okay, wow, I didn't see it that way. Okay. Well, maybe you got a point, but that's not me. I know you're throwing all these accusations and you're saying, well, this person would do this, so why couldn't you do this? But me and that person's two different people. But if I'm looking at it from a trust issue point or insecurity, then I do understand you. And I'm so sorry that you're going through that. I really am. And don't get me wrong, I really do empathize with negative people that are always angry at times because I know that somewhere it's some pent up anger from unresolved issues, okay? And then they're just lashing them out at you. You're just catching unresolved issues that they have not resolved within themselves in their own life. So sometimes I do feel sorry, but then I try not to get in that sympathy mode where my sorrow seems like it's weakness to them. And because one thing about a negative person or a very angry person, if they feel like they can cause you any kind of, like if they could get any kind of real, like a sympathy reaction, some of them feel like, oh, I can play on her emotions. Ooh, I can, and then after a while, I can make her start feeling guilty and stuff. And there, I got her. I got her where I want her. So, even though, yes, I do empathize with, negative and angry people because I know they have these pent up, unresolved issues, and that's where their anger comes from. I try not to let my empathy get so deep that I give a negative, angry person a weapon to use against me, to control me. Because often negative, angry people that are very aggressive, they're also very controlling. And they love to use tools like fear, guilt. They want you to feel totally sorry for them. Or they use tools like, I'll die if I don't have you in my life. I'll just die. I'll just crumble up. And some of them are just so emotionally dependent on you. So with those type that are just so emotionally dependent on you, you definitely want to use wisdom with them. You definitely want to know how to diffuse the bomb. Diffusing the bomb is not arguing and hollering back with them and cussing them out. That's just throwing fuel on the fire. You can't diffuse the bomb with a negative, angry person like that. But you have to be a wise person. Especially when you know that you are not going to walk away and this person holds some kind of significant place in your life. And it doesn't always have to be a relationship. Doesn't always have to be a relationship. Like I said, it could be a business partner. It could be relatives. It could be your son. It could be your daughter. It could be your niece, your nephew, your grandkids. People that are negative and angry, and you love them, so you're not going to really cut them off because you're not ready to, not because it's not a healthy thing to do, but it be just because you're not ready to. And a lot of times, you have to know how to diffuse the bomb. with these people. I mean, a lot of times these people, because they hold some kind of significance, these are the people that a lot of times you know that, okay, yes, it's good that I could just walk away from this person. But a lot of times, like I said, your love for them will not allow you to just walk away. So you have to learn ways of how to diffuse the bomb. And you have to, you have to find what works for you. It's almost like, you know, putting together a puzzle. You have to fill in the missing pieces. And it's almost like trying on shoes. You got to put your foot in a shoe that fits. So in any kind of relationship that have significance where you're dealing with a negative and angry person, you have to use wisdom to diffuse the bomb. Because if you use anger to try to diffuse a bomb, you're just going to escalate it. And at the end of the day, you're not going to get anywhere, and you're going to feel really bad, just really bad. But you're going to feel good and happy when you realize, okay, this person that I used to allow to get to me cannot get to me anymore, because I have grown mentally and spiritually, and I will not allow this person to take my peace. So saying that, you all take care. Have a great day. I miss Tell It Like It Is. I told it like it is. Have a great day and happy 2021.